Hi, in this video, we're going to be working with strings, and this particular one is going to be extracting characters from a string. So at a university, each student is assigned a system login name, which the student uses to log into the campus computer system. As part of your internship with the university's information technology department, you have been asked to write the code that generates system login names for students. You will use the following algorithm to generate a login name. Get the first three characters of the student's first name. If the first name is less than 3 characters in length, use the entire first name. Get the first three characters of the student's last name. If the last name is less than 3 characters in length, use the entire last name. Get the last 3 characters of the student's ID number. If the ID number is less than 3 characters in length, use the entire ID number, and then concatenate the three sets of characters to generate the login name. So, for example, if a student's name is Amanda Spencer and her ID number is ENG6721, her login name would be AMASPE721. You decide to write a function named getLoginName that accepts the student's first name, last name, and ID number as arguments and returns the student's login name as a string. You will save the function in a module named login.py. This module can then be imported into any Python program that needs to generate a login name. So here's the program. We're going to enter this in. So this is one from the last time. What makes it, if I left this up here, because then if I do a file, new file from here, it will default to the location of where that one is, so it doesn't take me as long to figure out or find where I'm putting this. So this is going to be that function, def get login name. We're going to pass in first, last, and ID number. So we're going to do set1 is going to be equal to first, and then in brackets 0:3, because we want the first three. We want to go 0, 1, 2. So it goes up 2, but not including 3 on that. Set2 is going to be equal to last, and this is going to be the same thing, 0:3. And then set3 is going to be equal to ID number, and this one we want -3:. Oops, there we go. Which will then start at the end and go back 3 to get those. Okay. So now what we want to do is put these together, and we'll do that by doing login name equals to set1 plus set2 plus set3. And then we're going to return login name. So this accepts 3 string arguments: the first name, the last name, and the ID number. Statement in line, I don't have line numbers in here, but the statement uses a slicing expression to get the first 3 characters of the string referenced by the first name and assigns those as a string to set1. The second one then gets the slicing to get the first 3 characters of the last name and stores that into set2. And then the last one uses a slicing method to get the last 3 characters using the -3. Okay. Okay, so the statement in line, or the last statement, second to last statement there, then takes all 3 of these and adds them together and stores them into login name. So now we're going to create another program. Let me get this one saved here first. Okay, Okay, so I'm going to save this. And move to the location where I want to put it here. Chapter 8, and this is my extracting characters. And this is going to be called login.py. Okay, so save that. Now we're going to create a new file. I'm going to leave login open for right now. And this one then is going to kind of test this one out here. So we're going to have to import our login. Now remember, since we're importing login here, that file, login.py, has to be in the same folder as our program here. So create a main program here. We're going to do first. It's going to be equal to input I need a first name. Last is going to be equal to, whoops, get out of there. Last is going to be equal to input and your last name, and ID number is going to be equal to input, enter your student ID number. Okay, we don't want to input that as an integer or a float because it could contain characters in there, and we're concatenating anyway, so we need them as characters. Okay, so what we want to do is we want to print your system login name is, and then we're going to print on the next line here, login.get login name first, last, ID number. Okay. So I left that one open here. I'm going to look at it here real quick. Make sure, get login name, make sure I have the right name on there. And then make sure down here, get login name. So all that's set on there. Back out of here because I need another parentheses right there. There we go. Okay, so what we want to do is call main. So if name equals main. Okay. So this one we're going to save as generate login. So do that first. Sure, it's in the same folder with our login.py. Generate login.py and save that. Okay. And then we'll go ahead and run this. And I'm going to use name as Holly as the first name, and Gaddis as the second name, and then the ID number is CSC 34899. And I got a problem here. So I misspelled first someplace, right there. So we'll run this again. Holly, Gaddis, CSC 34899. And there we go, HOLGAD 899. Okay, so that works. Everything's good on that. So hopefully that this helped you out on seeing how to work with characters and slicing off pieces of characters of a string in here. So, like I said, I hope this helps you out with this. Bye.